Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're doing a way back when. I belong to a group where we do different challenges and things, and we were talking about wooden blocks and how much we like them or don't like them. I love my wooden blocks. I've had them for years and years and years. And so I thought that we'd do some fun cards with a way back when. I know some of you will probably have some of these, and if you haven't, then use what you've got and we'll have a bit of fun. So I'm going to use this lemon because I fancied having the lemon, and I think I'm probably going to use the Love Life. We'll see. So first of all, I want to put the lemon on here, but I want to do a mask because I want to have two lemons coming out. So what I need to do is I need to just stamp one out on some copy paper. So let me just grab a bit of copy paper. This is done a little bit off the hoof because I literally just picked up the challenge on Facebook and thought, I shall have a little go at some of these. So, and as I try and video things to give you inspiration, I thought I would do it. So I'm using Memento because I'm going to be colouring it in with blends. So let's just take one of those out like that, and I think that's all that I need from here. So I'm just going to take some snips and just cut this one out quickly. Now I could have prepared it beforehand, but I thought I would do it from the start to the end because you can always fast forward it, and I'm trying to do sort of things that are a little bit different for you. So what we need to do is we need to do this right the way along the line when we're cutting it out, because otherwise you'll have a bit of a white space, and you need to do it in fairly thin paper, because if you do it in something that's thick then you'll end up with a ridge as well. So the thinner the paper, the better. And sorry, I'm probably out of shot doing that. Should do it up in here so you can see. So you can see I'm doing right the way along the line. And once you've done this mask, you can actually keep it in the case and then use it again. So you can use this for all sorts of things. So again, I've got quite a lot of new subscribers that aren't necessarily you know, sort of first time starting out, so I'm trying to do things that are giving people ideas for all sorts. So it's it then makes it quite good for you to get different ideas, because I must admit when I started there were so many different channels available, and I scoured everywhere because I just wanted to have all sorts of different things. So we're going to ink this up first of all. So I've got my cardstock and I'm going to put one down like this. I'm going to put this in over the top, and you can stick it down if you want to. I don't think I'm going to need to, because I'm literally just going to take this to the other side, and we'll have just a little one like that, so it comes over the top. So you've got your two little lemons coming out one after the other, which I think looks quite good. So and then I'm going to put the sentiment down, because this is going to be a simple one layer card. So we'll have this, which is Love Life, and that can go down there. might actually do that and put it on a mount, because that hasn't come out very well, and that was my fault because I didn't. That's better. I didn't press it down hard enough. So, and these, as I say, have been just sat on a shelf for, oh, I don't know. I've no idea how old these ones are. Whoops, did I just crash my camera? I'm thinking probably 4 or 5 years ago with Celebration. I used to always get the wooden ones during Celebration because they were free anyway, and I thought, oh, that's quite good. So I'm going to cut this one out, and I'm going to have it on a little mount, I think. So let's just cut that out. That can go on there, and I'll just put it on a little bit of green. Let me see if I've got some scraps while I'm at it. That's my green scrap bag, so I've got that, so I can then put that in there as well. So that's got a little bit, there we go, it's a little tiny bit of green on here, so I'm just literally going to put that in there. Have I got my glue out? Grab my glue, and then we should have everything to go, shouldn't we? Okay, so easiest way of doing this, if you've got a little bit of a scrap, is to just take your glue, and then we're going to put this in on here. Find a straight edge for it, which this side is straight, so I'm going to put this on here just with a little bit of a border, because by doing that you've got two sides that are already done. So then you can take your scissors, cut one piece down there, cut the other piece down there. So that's going to go on there, and that's going to cover up the piece that we've made our little mistake on. Those are going to be our lemons. So I'm going to take some, I've got different colours. I haven't got too many of the yellows, so I'm going to take, I've got this one, so I'm going to just do a couple of colours and things in on here. Oh, that's a nice colour. I think this again is a retired one. Always have a look on the clearance rack, because we have all sorts of things on the clearance rack, and you can sort of have a look and go like, oh, that's quite good. And I got this in the clearance rack, again probably a couple of years ago now. Time goes by so quickly. So we've got that lemon, and we've got this lemon. So you can see I'm going just all the way around the outside. And that's given the lemon. Now I want to have a little bit of darker, so I don't know whether this one is, might have to try and find another one, but we'll see. Let's have a look and see if that's, oh yes, that'll come down a little bit darker. So I'm just going down where you can see where the little lines and things are, and that gives, the nice thing about that is that it gives you the dark area, because the artist has shown you where you're going to be getting your dark coming in. So just follow those sorts of lines through. So, and you can always go back and do it again just a little bit. So I'm literally just going over where the dark lines are, and that's given us that bit. Then we've got, this is our Old Olive light and dark. So I'm going to start with the light. Just literally go through on there. And we can take our little leaves down on here. take this one down on here. Like that. And then we can take this, which is the dark. Hopefully that was the light. Is that the light? Yes, that was the light. Now we need to just take the dark and we need to work out which side is going to be the shadow. So the piece at the bottom is going to be the shadow. And that piece there is going to be the shadow. So just down on the bottom. That just gives a little bit of shadow and difference in there. Now, if we then put this onto a base, you've got a beautiful, very simple card. So, supposing we want to step it up just a little bit. So, if I'm going to step it up, I will take another piece of card. This is me grabbing one quickly. So I'm going to take another piece of cardstock and I'm just going to, I want to bring this lemon out. So if I take the stamp again, and I only need to just go over the lemon, so I can put that down at the bottom like that. Then I'm going to take the colours. So this is the Pineapple Punch, which again is a retired one. So if I just put this on here, and we're going to very quickly just colour the whole thing in. So I always colour it in, if I'm using alcohol markers, all the way around with one colour. And then I've got this one, which is another alcohol marker. So use what you've got. You know, if you haven't got all the colours, you know, use the colours that you have got. And I think we all have lots of alcohol markers. So I'm just going to do that in like that. Then I can take my snips. And I'm just going to take it out, and then we can take it round, and this time, because I'm not doing a mask, I'm taking it round the edge. Just cutting it round. You don't have to be the greatest. If you choose a shape that is easy, then you don't have to be the greatest person at cutting out, because it's a simple shape. You know, don't set yourself up to fail. If you've got really complicated shapes and you're somebody who doesn't enjoy fussy cutting or struggles with it, then, you know, choose a simple shape. Okay, so we're going to put this one on here, and we're going to put that on with some dimensionals, which will just give a little bit of height. So I've got some little minis here. I'm going to use these because they're what I've got out. So again, choose whatever dimensionals you've got, and we'll just have 3 in on here. And then that can just literally go in on here. And we can put this one over the top. So you're taking it up a level just by putting this on over the top. But also, if somebody looks at it from the side, it is coloured there as well. So you've got that, which just gives that dimension coming out. We've got our little sentiment, which is going to go here. And again, I could put that up with dimensionals, or I could keep it as it is. I think I will probably put that up with dimensionals as well to just give a little bit of extra. So we can just have a little one in each corner. One on the side. Sometimes they don't stick very well, so I have to sort of pull them off a bit. But I know some people, I've seen them using their take your pick tools and things. I can't manage with that. So we're going to have this in on here, because that will then just give that a little bit of the top, and then that can go in on here. And if we wanted to, we could just do a little bit of, and this again will take it to a little bit of another level. So we've got the behind the lemons are very white. So if we wanted to make it just a little bit more, we've still got our mask. So I can put the mask in just over on here, and I'm going to take, let's take a bright blue. So this is the Tahitian Tide, which I really like because it's very, very bright, and I'm not going to ink it up at all, so I'm not going to add any more. I'm literally just taking my mask to there, and I'm just going to very gently just give a little bit of just colour around the outside. So I take it on this bit, and then I just need to do the same round on the other side. So if we just take the mask in on here, and as I say, if I was doing this from scratch, I would probably do it before I put it up. I'm just sort of trying to show you ideas of taking something and then building it up a little bit, so you can do it very simply, or you can take it up another level, and you can choose what you've got. So, you know, choose what you've already got. So I'm literally just going round on here now, because it doesn't matter round on the sides. I've done the bit that's closed, so I just want to try and get it in on here. So I'm just doing that a little bit, and that, you can see, has just given a little bit of colour in there. So if we then put this onto our backing, you've got a very simple card, but it looks very, very pretty. So I'm not going to glue this onto here, because as I say, I always cut out my bases, because then that makes things go a little further. But if you have stamp sets that you haven't used for a while that are sitting on the shelf, don't forget to use them, because, you know, things at the moment I know are quite tight with a lot of people. So let's use what we've already got and see what we can make with it. So this was actually called A Happy Thing. You could only get it during celebration, and it was, as I say, I think probably about 5 or so years ago. I know some of you that have been around a long time like me will probably remember exactly what year it is, and if I looked it up I probably could. But lovely little bird. I like the sentiment. Our friendship is a very happy thing, and love life. So love life with the lemons, I think, is just beautiful. Lovely sort of summery card. So I'm going to be doing a few of these way backs and using some of my old wood mounted stamps. So you know, join me for some of those, because there will be always be tips and ideas for you that will hopefully see you through on some of what you've got. So use what you've got rather than anything that's different, but it'll always, Please stay safe and well. Please be kind. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I appreciate all your comments because they help grow my channel as well, and I answer every single one of them. So look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.